In the year 1924, on a crisp June day, the world welcomed a man who would go on to shape the course of American history, George Herbert Walker Bush. Born into a world still reeling from the Great War, Bush was part of a generation that was to witness the most profound changes in human civilization. As a young man, Bush was not one to shy away from service. In the midst of World War II, he enlisted in the United States Navy, becoming the youngest pilot in the Navy at the time. His courage and dedication saw him fly 58 combat missions, a testament to his unwavering commitment to his country. After the war, George H.W. Bush turned his sights towards academia, graduating from Yale University with a degree in economics. But academia alone could not contain his ambitions. He made his foray into the oil industry, proving his mettle as a successful businessman. But the call of public service was too strong to ignore. In 1966, Bush was elected to the House of Representatives from Texas. This marked the beginning of a long and distinguished political career. He served as the United States Ambassador to the United Nations, the Director of Central Intelligence, and the Vice President under Ronald Reagan. Each role was a stepping stone, propelling him closer to the highest office in the land. In 1988, George H.W. Bush realized his presidential aspirations. He took the helm as the 41st President of the United States at a time when the world was on the cusp of monumental change. The Berlin Wall fell, signaling the end of the Cold War, and the world entered a new era of globalization. Bush's presidency was marked by a pragmatic approach to foreign policy. His deft handling of the Gulf War, his efforts to reduce nuclear arms, and his role in the reunification of Germany are indelible marks on the canvas of global history. After serving a single term, Bush retired from politics in the early 90s. But his influence did not wane. He saw his son, George W. Bush, follow in his footsteps to become the 43rd President of the United States. On November 30th, 2018, George H.W. Bush passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate. So what is the legacy of George H.W. Bush? His was a life defined by service, to his country, to his people, to the world. He navigated the United States through a period of immense global change, demonstrating a pragmatic and steady hand. His leadership was marked by a commitment to diplomacy and international cooperation, values that remain relevant today. But perhaps his most enduring legacy is the example he set. George H.W. Bush showed us that politics and integrity need not be mutually exclusive. He was a man of principle, who held steadfast to his beliefs, yet was never too proud to compromise for the greater good. In an age of increasing cynicism towards politics, George H.W. Bush remains a beacon of what public service can and should be. His life and legacy serve as a reminder that leadership is not about power, but about responsibility, not about division, but about unity, not about rhetoric, but about action. And for that, George H.W. Bush will be remembered.